Hello students, I am Ilayya Surti. I am a new teacher of your school. I am a chartered accountant by profession. I will be teaching you the subject of economics. It is a theoretical subject and speaking continuous for such a subject may feel sometime boring, but I will make sure to make this subject more interesting by giving you the practical examples and making your concepts more clear. So the first chapter in economics is of graphs and diagrams. But it is necessary to understand for us what is the meaning of this subject before going to any chapter. So what is economics? It will be better for us if you read the chapter before I make you study the chapter. The economics is, what is economics? Economics is basically a brief study of our economy. It depicts the real picture of all the events occurring in our economy. For example, you may say the population growth rate of our country, literacy rate, that is the rate of education amongst the people of our country. Currently the COVID-19 is going on, so how many cases are coming on day-to-day basis? Amongst them, how many of you have been admitted to the hospital and recovered? How many of them have died? All this data basically is the study that is involved in the economics. This particular data may be presented by way of a graph. So the first chapter in your book is graph. So we will try to understand what is the graph. Now basically economics is a study by experts. Experts means the researchers, educationalists who are responsible for providing data, public data to the government. So they are using these graphs. So we are in our study, the chapter of the graphs is included. So it is very difficult for a common man, the people like us, to understand this. So by the way of graph, by way of a visual picture, this all data is made clear to us. So in this chapter we will go through the real data, the real life data presented by way of a graph, by way of a diagram, how it is presented in the form of the graph and diagram, so that a common people like us can understand what is going on in our economy. Just like we are reading newspaper every day to know what is happening in our country, same way this is one of the mode of getting information about what is happening in our economy. So there are two types of pictures to depict such information. One is graph and second one is diagram. So first of all, we try to understand the meaning of a graph and the meaning of a diagram. See, first is diagram. We will try to understand what is the diagram. Diagram is basically a picture, a drawing you can say, which is done for discrete discontinuous data. Means the frequency levels, the basic information given is not continuous. It is random, you can say. I will give you an example to make that more clear. For example, any advertisements by the government, by the companies, the social media, data of the social media, it is haphazard, it is random. Then the government data. So for example, if the in your book one table is given, we will try to take that table only. So on page number 2 there is a table of price and the demand. Demand means the requirements of the public at that particular price. So you can take any price. So it is called discontinuous discrete data. So if the price is rupees 1, the demand is 100. If the price is rupees 2, it is 80. Like that way the table is given, right? So 1, 2, 5, 7, 10. The price is not constant. It is not necessary to have each and every number as a price. So it is given 1, 2, 5, 7, 10. It is not continuous like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it is called a discrete data, that is discontinuous data or frequency. Data is also maybe also called as frequency. So at a particular price, the demand in units, that is frequency, is 100, 80, 70, 20, 10. So for such kind of irregular data which is not continuous data, a diagram may be shown, a diagram may be drawn to make the picture more clear. A diagram is used for discontinuous data. So this is the example for a diagram. Now we can say the another table which is given, which is continuous frequency distribution. So for a continuous data means we are given each and every one, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is continuous in line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for each and every number we are able to depict the value, we are able to graph the value, we are able to plot the value. Then in that particular case a graph is used and not diagram. I repeat, diagram is used for discrete discontinuous data and a graph is used for a continuous data. This is important for you, okay? So we will try to remember the one thing. Economics is a study by experts. For that, their study is based on some real fact, real data. So in order to make this understand, this real data, real facts, the graphs and diagrams, two modes are used so that the common man can understand this data. For that there are two modes, diagram and graph. We have understood the diagram. Now the second one is graph. Graph is used for continuous data. Continuous data means like in a previous example it was 1, 2, 5, 7, 10. In graph it will be continuous, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 to 10 it will be continuous. The one example or the table is given in your book, we will refer that table. Income class 10,000 to 20,000, 20,000 to 30,000, 30,000 to 40,000. The number of people, that is frequency. See, the income class is regular, none of the value is missing. See, 10,000 to 20,000, then it is not given 30,000 to 40,000, it is 20,000 to 30,000 and then again 30,000 to 40,000. So in this class groups none of the value is missing in between, so the data is continuous. So first of all you have to recognize whether the data given is continuous or discontinuous. So in this table the data is continuous, so for that we can use the graph. We will understand further how the diagram is drawn, how the graph is drawn. Just I am trying to say the table. At this moment we are trying to study the table. Another example is also given. The classes of marks, the number of students, frequency. 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39. See, that is also a continuous. If a student has got 19 marks, he cannot get 20 marks. So it is, the class is like that, 10 to 19, 20 to 29 and 30 to 39. The frequency is given. You can read that frequency. We are just trying to visualize the tables. Now, the another topic is the importance of graphs and diagrams in economics. Why it is important to make use of the graphs and diagrams. It is an important question, can be asked in exams. So try to remember the question. like why it is important to study diagrams and graph. The first point is, if any difficult subject is there, difficult in the sense the common man, the layman cannot